Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to a bonus episode of the 17 Verses podcast. As today is the first day of Ramadan, at least in my neck of the woods, I wanted to wish everyone Ramadan Kareem and also re-release a selection from Surah 2, Al-Baqarah or the Cow, verses 183 through 196. These verses concern fasting and prayer as well as issues of defending one's faith from aggressors during the month of Ramadan. If you enjoyed the podcast, please help us spread the word. Tell your friends and family, subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher, and write us a review. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. O believers, fasting is prescribed for you, as it was prescribed for those before you, so that you may become pious. Fast the prescribed number of days, except if any of you is ill or on a journey, then fast a similar number of days later. For those who cannot endure it for medical reasons, there is a ransom, the feeding of one poor person for each missed day. Whoever does more good than this voluntarily, it is better for him. However, if you truly understand the rationale of fasting, it is better for you to fast. It is the month of Ramadan in which the Quran was revealed, a guidance for mankind with clear teaching showing the right way, and a criterion of truth and falsehood. Therefore, any of you who witnesses that month should fast therein, and whoever is ill or on a journey shall fast a similar number of days later on. Allah intends your well-being and does not want to put you to hardship. He wants you to complete the prescribed period so that you should glorify His greatness and render thanks to Him for giving you guidance. When my servants question you about me, tell them that I am very close to them. I answer the prayer of every suppliant when he calls me. Therefore they should respond to me and believe in me, so that they may be rightly guided. It is made lawful for you to approach your wives during the nights of the fasts. They are an apparel for you, and you for them. Allah knows that you are committing dishonesty to your souls, so He has relented towards you and pardoned you. Now you may approach your wives and seek what Allah has ordained for you. Eat and drink until the white thread of dawn appears to you distinct from the black thread of night. Then complete your fast till midnight. Do not approach your wives while you are in retreat in the mosques. These are the limits set by Allah. Do not ever violate them. Thus Allah makes clear His revelations to mankind so that they may become pious. Do not misappropriate one another's property unjustly, nor bribe the judges in order to misappropriate a part of other people's property sinfully and knowingly. They question you about the new moons. Tell them they are to determine the periods of time for the benefit of mankind and for the Hajj. It is not righteous to enter your houses from back doors during Hajj times. Righteousness is to fear Allah. Enter your houses through the proper doors and fear Allah so that you may prosper. Fight in the cause of Allah those who fight against you, but do not exceed the limits, for Allah does not like transgressors. Kill them wherever they confront you in combat, and drive them out of the places from which they have driven you. Though killing is bad, creating mischief is worse than killing. Do not fight them within the precincts of Al-Masjid al-Haram, unless they attack you there. But if they attack you, put them to the sword. That is the punishment for such unbelievers. If they cease hostility, then surely Allah is forgiving and merciful. Fight against them until there is no more disorder and Allah's supremacy is established. If they desist, let there be no hostility except against the oppressors. The sacred month in which fighting is prohibited is to be respected if the same is respected by the enemy. Sacred things too are subject to retaliation. Therefore, if anyone transgresses a prohibition and attacks you, retaliate with the same force. Fear Allah, and bear in mind that Allah is with the righteous. Give generously for the cause of Allah, and do not cast yourselves into destruction by your own hands. Be charitable, for Allah loves those who are charitable. Complete the Hajj and the Umrah for the sake of Allah. If you are prevented from proceeding, then send such offering for sacrifice as you can afford, and do not shave your head until the offerings have reached their destination. But if any of you is ill, or has an ailment in his scalp which necessitates shaving, he must pay ransom either by fasting, or feeding the poor, or offering a sacrifice. If in peacetime anyone wants to take advantage of performing Umrah and Hajj together, he should make an offering which he can afford. But if he cannot afford it, he should fast 3 days during the Hajj, and 7 days on his return, making 10 days in all. This order is for the ones whose household is not in the precincts of Al-Masjid al-Haram. Fear Allah, and know that Allah is strict in retribution. Ameen. This concludes our bonus episode of the 17 Verses podcast. I hope this selection helps increase your understanding of the Holy Quran just a little bit. Good luck in Ramadan Kareem to all of you during this month. If you like the podcast, you can subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and write us a review. Or you can grab the RSS feed and put it into your own podcast app. The show notes, including a text version of this episode, can be found by going to 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Thank you, and be well.